Good afternoon. Welcome to the Old Time Radio Superman show. We've got quite an interesting episode. Last episode, we ended one plot arc, which means we're starting another. Serial fiction is great, and that's why Laser and Sword Magazine is pleased to bring you this show. You can download a copy of Laser and Sword stories heretofore written by me, but we will have other authors for free at lasersword.adamsweb.us. And we feature the first issue that is out right now, and you can download for free. Features the Order of the Sword and the Rise of the Judge with A.L. Snyder. So please check that out here. But let's go ahead. This episode we're going to listen to is called The Prison Riot. It comes from March 18th of 1940. So this is, again, a very early show. So let's go ahead and we will head back in time about 68 years and we'll listen to this episode of The Adventures of Superman.
Presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
And now, Superman. Superman walks the earth and mingles with men as mild, spectacled Clark Kent, news reporter for the Daily Planet. As our story opens today, Superman, in his character of Clark Kent, has just telephoned his story of the North Star mine to his editor, Perry White. White offers his congratulations and also gives Kent a bit of welcome news. Listen.
I'm all finished out here, Mr. White.
Nice work. Kent, you did a good job with that North Star Mine story. Now, I've got a little surprise for you.
Surprise?
Ever hear of San Miguel Penitentiary? It's a model prison near where you are.
San Miguel? Sure, I've heard of it. So have you, don't you remember?
Remember what?
Well, that's where they sent the Wolfe and Keno. The two fellows who tried to wreck that train, the Silver Clipper?
Say, that's right. The Wolfe and Keno. Well, if you see them, give them my regards.
Now, what's the idea, Mr. White?
Well, just this, Kent. We've sent Lois Lane out to San Miguel to do a feature story on the modern penitentiary. She's out there now. Join her and bring her back with you. You'll be company for one another.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mr. White.
Forget it. Have a good trip, Kent. Bye.
Goodbye, Mr. White. Operator. Hello, operator. Is there a garage in town where I can rent a car? Yes. Kennedy's? Okay, please connect me.
Hiring a car, Clark Kent heads out at once on the dusty road to San Miguel, 50 miles away. Meanwhile, in the prison itself, a strange unrest has taken possession of the men within the walls. All unknowing, the authorities escort Lois Lane on a tour of the prison. But even as Lois looks down from a window of the warden's office, two men fall casually into step in the exercise yard below. One is Keno. The other, the dark, sinister figure we have come to know as the Wolfe.
All right, Keno. Just keep on walking. Not too fast and not too slow.
We can tuck around the corner of the steam plant, boss.
No. Better stay out in plain sight. Get this now, Keno. The break is set for today.
What time?
After supper in the dining hall. It's all arranged.
Hey, boss, what about the tunnel?
Keep quiet about the tunnel, Keno. Do you want to bring Tom, Dick, and Harry in on this?
All right. How far along is it?
Almost done. And so far, no one suspects a thing.
How could they when it's being drilled from the outside? That's what it means to have a guy like the Yellow Mask on your side.
Quiet. Here's a guard.
Keep moving there. No hanging around in the corners. Come on there, move. You're out here for exercise.
I knew the mask would spring us sooner or later.
Yeah, it's about time, Keno. He's left us alone far too long.
Well, what do you care if he gets us out now?
My friend, there'll be a settlement between me and the mask. I should never have gone to jail at all.
Now, he knows what he's doing, boss. And if you know what's good for you, you take what comes and don't tangle with him.
Don't worry, Keno. If he can use me, I can use him. I'll let him get us out of here, and then we'll see.
Well, what else, boss? They're going to ring the bell right away.
Remember what I say, Keno. Right after supper, before we've marched out, there'll be a disturbance. I've attended to that.
Who's in on it?
All the men we need. Most of them will head for the gates. I've arranged that, too. But you and I and a few more will rush the steam plant.
Well, what's that for?
Well, for one thing, it's close to the walls. For another... Never mind now. There goes the bell.
Hey, boss, look up there in the window of the warden's office. Hey, what's that Jane doing?
Oh, yes. I understand she's writing up the prison for a newspaper, Keno. Well, if she stays till supper time, she'll have a real story. And that's less than an hour to go.
Less than an hour to go. And all unconscious of the impending prison break, Lois Lane works up the details of her story, while the warden offers every assistance.
Anything else, Miss Lane? You've been at it since early afternoon.
Oh, I'm not nearly finished yet, Warden.
Well, you've seen about all there is to see. Aren't you getting hungry?
What time is it?
Very close to supper time.
That's another thing I want to know about. The woman's angle again, Warden. What do the men get to eat?
Good, wholesome food, Miss Lane. Nothing fancy, of course.
Could I watch them? See what they get tonight, for instance?
Well, it's more or less what you'll get yourself, Miss Lane, if you'll be my guest.
Oh, Warden, that's awfully nice of you, but... Well, would it be against the rules if I watched the prisoners in the dining hall?
6 o'clock dinner. 5:30 now. I'll tell you what. How would you like to see the infirmary?
Oh, fine.
Well, now, there's just about time, and when you get through there, why, I'll drop you off at the dining hall.
Whatever you say, Warden. Shall we start right along?
Time passes. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, a half hour. And suddenly the quiet routine of the prison is broken by frantic bells and the shrieking wail of the siren.
Warden, they've overpowered the guards in the dining room, barricaded themselves in.
Clancy, quick. Who's the leader?
The Wolfe. Some of them are getting ready to crash the main gates. Better call out the militia. Warn the state police by short wave. You'd better hurry, Warden.
Calling State Police Cars 5927. Riot at San Miguel Prison. Close all roads leading to and from San Miguel. Stop all cars. Close off entire area. Stand by for further orders. I will repeat. Calling State Police Cars 5927.
Sirens, state police, militia, all roads blocked off. And meanwhile, Clark Kent in his hired car speeds northward toward San Miguel through a forest of towering pine. Closer, ever closer, and presently a curious sound in the distance comes over the wilderness to his supersensitive ears. The road makes a sudden turn, and in the twilight he sees men in uniform barring his way. A police whistle stabs the quiet.
Haul it up, buddy. This is as far as you go.
Oh, what's the matter, officer? Roadblock?
Yeah, blocked right here. Turn around and head back where you came from.
Why, can't I get through?
Where you bound?
San Miguel. I have a date at the prison.
Yeah, what kind of a date?
Why, I'm a newspaper man, Clark Kent of the Daily Planet.
Oh, reporter, hey? How did you get wind of this so quick?
Wind of what?
Don't give me that stuff. Who told you about the riot at San Miguel?
Riot? When?
Right now, buddy. And we're under orders to stop all cars bound in or out.
Oh, look, officer. I'm sorry, but I've just got to go through.
What's the matter, deaf? I said we're stopping all cars. Come to think of it, climb out of that jalopy.
If there's trouble at San Miguel, I just haven't time to stop.
Haven't time? Say, who do you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry. I'd like to stay, but I really can't. So long, officer. If I can't take my car, I'll just make a run for it. See you at San Miguel.
Hey, get that guy, Bill. Chase him. Catch him. Hey, look at him go. Hop on your motorcycle, Doyle.
I'll catch him. He can't play tricks like this on me. Jump in the sidecar.
There he goes, up ahead around that curve.
When I lay my hands on that fresh guy, I'll stretch him out like a rug. Hang on.
You'll be lucky if you even see him, Doyle. He's going like a jackrabbit.
So are we. We'll be hitting 75. My gosh, look. Will you look?
Who is that guy, Doyle? He's leaving us behind like we're standing still. Why, he's flying.
I'm seeing things. I don't believe it. Look, we're doing 75, 80. And he's getting further away every second. Look at him.
Sorry, boys. I'd like to stay and chat, but I can't do it now. If there's trouble at San Miguel, I've got to be there, and be there in a hurry. Up we go. And faster. Faster.
High over the desolate waste, Superman wings his way toward the gray walls and towers of San Miguel, scene of riot and danger, while inside the prison itself, in the offices of the warden...
Hello.
Warden speaking. Why, yes, Colonel Belknap, but it looks bad. There's about 100 of them milling about the yard. Well, the rest are in the dining hall with their leader. You'll send 2 companies of militia? Good. Rush them, Colonel. Every moment counts.
Warden, they're going to rush the front gate. They've got a battering ram.
2 companies of militia are on the way.
There won't be time, Warden. You better call the tower, sir. Machine guns will drive them back.
No guns, Clancy. Warn the guards. I can't shoot them down in cold blood. Try tear gas.
Oh, we have, but there's too much wind for gas. Bullets are the only thing.
No, Clancy. Try tear gas again. Drop it from the roof. Now, hurry. They're at the gate. Hurry.
Ah, there's the prison. And there's the riot. That state trooper was right. Well, I think it's time Superman took a hand in this before somebody gets hurt. Down. Down.
Down out of the sky hurtles an amazing figure in blue costume and red cloak. Vaults the high wall, appears out of the tear gas smoke as the screaming convicts mass for a concerted rush on the main gates of the prison, carrying a huge timber as a battering ram.
Come on! Come on, bring up that timber!
All right, we got it. Grab hold, you guys. It's 20 feet long and 2 feet thick. Come on, let's go.
Hey! Hey, who's that guy? That guy in the red tent. Where'd he come from?
Stop that. Drop that timber.
Rush him. Knock him out of the way.
I said drop that timber. All right. It just means I've got to take it away from you.
Hey, what's he doing? What's the way?
Hey, he's got the timber. He just snatched it loose. Back. Get back. He's crazy. He's swinging it like a baseball bat. Look out. Run back. Run.
Swinging the huge 20-foot timber like a bamboo cane, Superman clears a space before the main gates and drives the screaming, terror-stricken convicts back across the yard and into the cell block, where amazed guards put them swiftly under lock and key. But what of the Wolfe and Keno and the handful of convicts still at large? And what of Lois Lane, trapped in the dining hall when the riot broke out? Is she in the clutches of the Wolfe? Tune in next time and follow the story. And remember, be sure to tune in the next thrilling installment of the amazing transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky. Look. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.
All right, well, welcome back here on the Old Time Radio Superman show, and so that's quite a note to leave it on, and we're going to find out what happened with Keno and the Wolfe and Lois next episode. You've got to appreciate the recurring characters, and we're going to get the Yellow Mask, the first supervillain of the radio show. So quite a bit ahead. I did want to go ahead and mention, Andrea and I, we actually saw the newest incarnation of Superman. It was a direct-to-video movie, and it was a quite interesting one, Superman Doomsday. It wasn't necessarily the best quality production. It was kind of B-movie-ish that we saw it. And Superman, I think, definitely had changed. And one thing that's happened, I think, with DC Comics and those that own Superman is they've really kind of changed him with the times. If you want comparison, but how much Superman's changed, listen to about 3 episodes of this and then watch the Doomsday show. I should let you people know it is not for kids. It's got some violence. It's not incredibly gory, but still, I think the PG-13 rating was warranted. There was some interesting parts in there. I can't totally dish it. I think there was some interesting writing. The big thing we ran into, Andrea and I, was this huge logical problem. Because this episode's, this whole production they did, Superman Doomsday, was based on, the Doomsday story, line in Superman where Superman, died, in the comic books in the 1990s. And we ran into this, and they basically, the death of Superman. Well, in this DVD version, they went ahead and they simplified this down quite a bit. They basically told the story. The basic story of how Doomsday got to Earth in the comic books was very complicated, so they made it very simple. They had the aliens go ahead. Aliens created Doomsday, and then they basically threw his his body in a safe box, and they threw it down to Earth and buried it under the Earth's surface and put a warning not to open it. Well, Andrews had a few problems with this. It goes, okay, well, if they could throw him down to Earth, why did they do this? I mean, if they could get him in the box, why didn't they kill him? Well, and we went back and forth. She said, why didn't they just blow, if this was what happened, why didn't they just blow him up in space? If instead of throwing him down to Earth and crashing him on Earth. And I could not think of a reasonable reason why not, except they were writers. They needed to get him to Earth somehow, and they needed to do it simple and uncomplicated. But if you can get past that, there's some interesting things in there. But like I said, they've changed, I think, a lot. Even I think the morality of the character. Of course, in the radio program, Superman is, not even romantically pursuing Lois Lane. And this episode, there's some intimations of a lot more going on. So it's amazing how it's changed, and I'm not necessarily sure it's been for the better with that particular property. But Kane pointed out that Bud Collyer also did To Tell the Truth, which was another radio show, was very popular, and it was what he was, one of the things he was known for, beyond being the voice of Superman, which, as we stated earlier in the show, he was the voice of Superman for 10 years on this program, and then he actually went ahead and came back into, I think it was the Filmation version of Superman, and did the voice for 3 more years. So probably no actor, at least voice actor, has ever portrayed Superman so many times as Bud Collyer did. All right. And thanks, Kane, for that comment, and thanks to Kane and Merlin and Andrea all for being here and listening. We appreciate having people aboard, and we will be back on Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, for 5:30 p.m. Mountain for the next episode. And we're here every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, every Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So come on by and join us over at TalkShoe.com. And please go and check out Laser and Sword magazine, lasersword.adamsweb.us. You get the free issue, the first episode of serial fiction. If you've ever longed for the days of pulp fiction, is a great opportunity to be able to read the magazine. We're letting you download the first issue online for free, no cost to you. And we even have a bonus story I just posted last night on the origin of one of our heroes, quote-unquote heroes, Payday. You can download that for free at lasersword.adamsweb.us. But for now, I do thank everybody so much for listening. This is Adam Graham, signing off.